Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here doing a discussion video? Yeah, I don't normally do these. And for good reason. I feel like I'm absolutely terrible with words. I'm sure me editing is going to suffer because this is going to be bad. Yes, the footage in the background is me showing off all my stuff from the beta, and also some replays from the first week or day. I'm here to talk about the first game that I ever beta tested, Dissida Duellum Final Fantasy, which came out sometime last week, and I'm just gonna talk about it. I put down some notes in my notes app. This is not scripted because that's not something I do, because I hate writing. Literally the first game that I've ever beta tested. And after beta testing two other games, those being Petite Planet and Silver Palace, I will say it was strange. The beta test itself, only being able to be allowed to play at a specific time, and that time being, I don't remember. It was, I just know that it was late at night and went till like 4 AM. Like 11 to 4, 12 to 4, something like that. During the beta test, me and a lot of the participants were complaining about many things. I personally was complaining about the way the AI in the beta worked, cause oh my god, was it bad. That, because everybody else was complaining about, you know, the gacha stuff, because everybody hates gacha games. A PvP gacha game does have, you know, a lot of concern, because pay-to-win concerns. So fair enough. And that motherfucking stupid piece of shit of a system that's the job medals that I wish would burn! And also, regarding the characters not being usable without their abilities, which, like, I understand, but if you're not going to give us the ability, like, literally, right now, as I'm recording this, Onion Knight and Aroha came out, and they gave us enough for 20 pulls, and I got nothing. Nothing but rares. And I pulled Onion Knight recently, so like, what do you want me to do with it? What do you want me to do with this? So, in case you couldn't tell, I'm moving on to the gacha section. That bit, literally, nothing changed, except for the fact that when you create an account, you now get reroll banners. So you can reroll infinitely till you get the 2 uber rares of the character you want, or just give up because you've run out of patience and go for 1. And then you can also reroll for a character, so you can literally just full kit any character you want whenever you make a new account, and it does include the new characters I've seen. So that's good. But what happens when I want to play a different character? Like, why? That basically limits you to a single character unless you want to magically pull a set of uber rares for every for 5 separate characters in one pull in rerolling. I don't have the patience for that. I don't think there's another person on this damn planet who really has the patience for that. I'm sure somebody's going to do it and or has already done it, but like, oh my god. Pretty much, because like, I went for Wall, because Wall is who I played in the beta, and I did not know that I could reroll characters at the time because it didn't tell you, because you're forced directly into the reroll. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea? So I rerolled, I got Wall's ultimate shield because Supreme Soul is okay. I did get Supreme Soul later on, so I had my full wall, and that brought me joy. But like, afterwards, I saw that you could reroll a character, and was just like, so you're just going to let me get Cryle. So now I have Cryle. My Cryle has no URs. None. Now that is just sad. But like, I play Renoa a lot now. But like, I literally would not be able to play Renoa without Angel Wing. Once I saw that I got Angel Wing, I was like, oh my god, I can play Renoa. And I actually really like playing Renoa. Renoa's entire kit is based around Angel Wing. Like with 58% damage boost gone. And her attacks are based off of the 58% damage boost that you get from Angel Wing. So they don't do much damage unless you have Angel Wing, which requires you to get it from the gacha. And then you have like Pain without Dragoon's Pride, which isn't terrible, but it's very vital to his kit for him to be played well. Lightning without Army of One is really not that great, especially in PvP settings. Cloud without either of his, especially without Omnislash, boss killing, there's no boss killing. Without Cross Slash, did you want to PvP? Well, I'm sure there are Clouds that could, but like, I could not. Cryle is like one of the only characters usable without URs, which is fine for me. It's just, you know, having a invincible continuous heal sounds very vital. And then there's Gaia without Diamond Destroyer. Literally an 50% attack buff. Gone! Also gone! At least her entire kit doesn't scale around it. I have no idea anything about Onion Knight, so I'm not going to talk on him. Terra without Riot Blade, did you want to do damage to the boss? No? Sorry. Now, Zidane's Trance. Pretty important. Greatly increases attack and multiplies Bravery Stolen by his hold ability. Hello? That seems very important. Aroha. Fuga, literally. Defense Shred. Prompto. Crackshot. Defense Shred. What are you going to do without the Defense Shred? So yeah, you can see why I absolutely hate that you don't get all the abilities for free. Like, copies of the abilities are important later on when you need to level them up because they have a level cap that you raise by getting more of them. So therefore, the gacha could have just been for copies instead of not giving characters the abilities that they need to function. And then there are like some super rares that seem pretty important. Vol can't snipe without Shining Wave unless you have Ace. You lose an attack boost on Kain, an attack boost to your party with Cryle. Lightning loses action speed. Not that I know if that is vital to her kit or not. I don't know, because I don't really play Lightning. Terra not having Meltdown, meaning you can't snipe with a shorter cooldown. Zidane lacks his main ability to steal from people that isn't his hold ability. Like, what? And Prompto loses his stun. Like, I know y'all want money, but this is not it. In the character draws, you can, of course, spend 1 ticket to get a random character, but you can also spend 5 to just pull a character, which hasn't changed since the beta. They had that in the beta too. But we still lack a way to get the URs that we want, aside from the reroll banner at the beginning of our account. There is still a pity system, but it just gives you a random UR. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, the lack of a 10 pull and only having 20 pulls is actually giving me a migraine. Who thought this was a good idea? This is literally no other gacha game that I've played before. So the only thing that we probably changed during the beta is the fact that you get rerolls at the beginning of an account. The only other thing that changed in the gacha section is, you know, the paid stuff. Because there was no paid stuff in the gacha, because that, in the beta, because that wouldn't have made any sense. So I'm going to move on to that. I know nothing about how good any of this would be, or whatever, but they've done my least favorite thing that I know Square Enix always does in every one of their gacha games. Paid versions of currency. Why do gacha games still do this bullshit? But whatever, that was probably to be expected. Now, the Battle Pass. Instead of just being a normal fucking Battle Pass like every other game that has a Battle Pass where Battle Passes are Battle Passes and only Battle Passes, not having this one locks you out of more things. So without this Battle Pass, you lose login bonus, exclusive login bonus, which like, meh, it's just a single poll ticket, which I don't personally care about. Twice as many growth eggs from ability draws. The sealed ability crystals, instead of having a max of 3, instead of having a max of 6, you get a max of 3, and then have to watch ads for the other 3, which is okay, but it's cheap as hell. And then the ability sets. You have 3, but you're limited to only 1 on each character, which like I don't mind that personally. The video ad for the free 5 draw, I don't personally care about that one either, but like the thing that pisses me off the most is the sealed crystals. Because why even, like, it's just so fucking rude. Like, something that I'd expect from a crappy mobile game. Oh, and did I mention that the purchasable battle pass for the tutorial season does not transfer to the main season. So, pretty much, you want to stay on the tutorial pass for as long as possible to keep the buffs. It doesn't even have to carry over the whole friggin' season. It doesn't. It could just carry over for the week. That would have been fine with me, but, like, but no. As soon as you decide you want to exit the tutorial season, it says, bye. More money, please. And on the topic of money, so the pay-to-win allegations are not leaving. Many of the top players, at least in America, are whales. So now onto the AI. Do you think the AI got any better? Well, let's see. The answer was no. No, it did not. And that's all I have to say on that. I'm just completely disappointed. Now, moving on to the one thing that I wanted them to, and a lot of people wanted them to fucking change, the job medals. Those motherfucking stupid piece of shit job medals. Who actually thought it was a good idea? Genuinely. It's randomness. It's like, it's more random than anything else I've ever fucking experienced in any gacha game. This is worse than Genshin Artifacts, Star Rail Relics, Wuwas, Echoes, the fucking Magia, etc's, Crystalis, Cookie Run Kingdoms, Biscuits, what have you. This is the worst type of that system that I have ever experienced in a single gacha game. This system, I know a lot of people are like, remove the system please, which like, honestly, would have preferred that. But there were so many ways you could have changed it to make it actually fucking bearable, pretty much, for job medals. You get coins that you can use to get job medals on a character, or job medals on any character, it depends. You also get them from getting copies of the same skins of characters, whatever. Now this system, you just press a button and you get a job medal. Completely random. Random stars, random colors, random stats. The main problem that I have with this is that if you want to change the medal that you have, it gets rid of the other one. No option to keep it. Nothing. Nothing at all. You don't get to keep it. Like in Cookie Run Kingdom, when you do the substats to the B skit, or I guess they're all main stats, whatever, the stats of a V skit, you roll and you can choose whether or not you want to keep the re-rolled one or the one you already have, which is why you can re-roll them pretty much infinite times till you get what you like, and until you run out of resources. Or Madoka, etc., where the Crystallis, you just have a bunch of them, and if you want to swap them out, it destroys it, which I'm perfectly fine with. Because if I'm swapping it out for something else that I know I'm going to want more than the thing that I already have, I'm fine with destroying it. I'd be even more fine in Duellum since there are multiple loadouts for the job medals, but it's literally just complete motherfucking randomness that you can't control in any way. No control whatsoever. And of course, didn't change that, because why would they? My final thing is the only thing that I think they actually changed from the beta, which is literally just the character rebalancing. There were a bunch of balance changes. They made Zidane less squishy, and a bunch of other things. But that's all you took? That's all you took was character balancing, and I guess ability balancing. By ability balancing, I mean nerfing the hell out of defense on literally every single ability available, and buffing the attack and health on them. I really feel like they didn't take much of anything from the beta players, to be completely honest. Yeah, I'm sorry this was all over the place, but I don't do these types of videos for a reason. Thank you for watching to the end anyway, and maybe I'll see you in the game if you decide to play. Because even after everything I said, I think the game is fun, aside from those stupid job medals. And for now, I'm going to leave you with the rest of this replay. So, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!